ドジャースのミゲル・ロハス選手が米ポッドキャスト番組 JM ベースボールに出演し WBC2026 について語りました。番組では自身の母国でもあるベネズエラ優勝の瞬間を振り返るとともに WBC で世界一になることがどれほど特別で選手やファンに影響を与えるかという点にも踏み込んでいます。さらに WBC の将来の展望についてロハス選手は毎回世界の一つの地域でやる方が良いと持論を展開し熱く訴えました。その模様を日本語字幕付きでご紹介しますのでぜひ最後までご覧ください。
We're here, baby. We are on the top of the world right now. Venezuela just put an amazing WBC. What a tournament overall. But I think Venezuela shows the world like the kind of baseball that we have going on right now, especially in this last decade. So many good players representing the country year in and year out. A bunch of all-stars. We got an MVP. A unique season on Ronald Acuna a couple years ago, 40-70. First time you see something like that happening. I think this much of attention, it was due to happen to a Venezuelan team because we've been putting our country in a really big place and a really top place in baseball. But I feel for the people in Venezuela to get all together and watch what we're all about in baseball, especially in America, and the best baseball in the world, in United States, and winning this competition means more than what you guys can imagine.
All right. We'll get to much more about it and what it means to your homeland and the emotions that you felt while watching the game as a fan and as a Dodgers shortstop. But first, let's relive how this thing went down.
Venezuela, the best in baseball.
What made this team so special?
The union. We are together the whole time. We're not just teammates, we are family. This team is awesome. We are family here. That's why we play with passion, with love. Because we feel the jersey, we feel our country in front of us. That's why this is a lot for us as players, as a people, as a human beings, and as a Venezuela. Now we are the champion.
That, of course, the voice of the guy who drove in the game-winning run, Eugenio Suarez. I imagine you're right along with him in his thought process there, right?
Yeah, a lot of pride, man. You feel really proud of being Venezuelan today to get born in this country and to grow up watching baseball and playing baseball in Venezuelan stadiums. I feel like I was saying earlier, just to be able to do it in this kind of environment and when everybody else is watching in the world, it's just a proof of what we've been doing. You know, the last couple decades, we got so many players who have done so much for this country. But what Eugenio Suarez say there, something that unify the country all together for so many years is baseball. So, you know, Venezuela is a baseball country that is kind of like it goes through our veins every single time that any competition level in sports that includes baseball in Venezuela, we have a chance to win. And it's pretty special that we have a chance to go to the distance on this one with the guys in the dugout that were part of it before, like Miguel Cabrera, Victor Martinez, Johan Santana. They could never do it, but I'm so happy that they got the opportunity to be in the dugout and be part of this special group of guys that they're kind of like been doing it for a long time, but it's really special for us to watch them celebrate alongside Omar Lopez because I know how hard he's been working on this. I know how frustrated for him at times it's been because of it's not easy to put together a team to represent our country because we have so many good players. But at the end of the day, he said it right. He said it best, man. It's not about the names. It's about the men that are going to compete for your country. And whoever get the opportunity to be there and be representing the 30 guys on that team, they did an amazing job. And I'm so proud that today we all feel the same in Venezuela. Whoever whoever is Venezuelan right now is a citizen and is living in some place in the world or is still living in Venezuela. We all feel the same way. We feel so proud of these 30 guys, plus all the coaching staff and the front office that represent us there in Miami, and we can't be more proud of them.
All right, I'm going to ask you this because you're qualified, even though you're not officially a member of the Venezuelan WBC team. You obviously, that's all in your heart. What is bigger? Is it the World Series? Is it the WBC? Or are people just saying the WBC because that's what we're in right now? Where do you sit on that whole thing?
Well, I mean, it's really hard for me to say WBC because I have never played one of them. I don't really know what the players feel when they're on the stadium playing for their country, you know, in front of their fans. Especially in Miami, that we have a lot of Venezuelans. Our community in Miami is incredible, and like Michael Garcia said yesterday, it feels like you're playing in a Venezuelan field, you know, and that gotta be pretty awesome. I never got the opportunity to do that as a player, but I got the opportunity to play in the last two World Series, and just because I grew up watching baseball when WBC never kind of like it wasn't part of the equation. So I was always dreaming about winning the World Series because that's the biggest accomplishment as a player that you can have. And it's really hard to win a championship in the big leagues when you have to face 30 teams and 30 teams are preparing and getting ready to win a championship, right? So it's kind of like WBC is like getting your pass already to the playoff, right? But you don't have to go through 162 games grind to get there. So I'm not gonna go against what Kike has said. The WBC is way more important because playing for this country and this jersey in front of your chest, it means a lot. And I'm pretty sure that's what everybody kind of referring to. Winning for your country is bigger than winning just for the team that you represent and you getting the opportunity to play in the big leagues with. But it's gotta be a different feeling and a different feel of like, okay, what did just accomplish? You know, it's pretty special that you can win a championship, but at the end of the day, winning a World Series, it takes a little bit longer to get there, and there's a special grind that you have to go to be there, you know?
Yeah, that's a great explanation. You know, I mean, listen, we've heard your Dodgers teammate Kike Hernandez say, you know, the WBC would be bigger for him, even though he's won multiple rings with the Dodgers. Of course, he's from Puerto Rico. Yeah. Julio Rodriguez said, hey, Seattle, I love you. I play my ass off for you, but the WBC would be very special to this Dominican. Juan Soto, who won a ring with the Nationals, said something similar. And by the way, I'm not going to jump down anybody's throat. I always equate it this way. Not that I was ever good enough to win anything.
Right.
But I would say this. I love what I do for a living. I love working at John Boy Media. I love working at NFL. I love working for American. But I love my family more.
Right.
And I love my country. And I think it would be really cool to accomplish something that way. And it's not exactly apples to apples. I understand that. But that's the way I kind of look at it, is that there are some things that are near and dear to your heart that it doesn't matter where you work for a living. You're always going to be drawn back to something where, you know, during your formative years that made you the person that you are, that made you, you know, grow up a certain way. And I think that we just got to cut people slack. It's not a shot at the New York Mets fans when Juan Soto says it. It's not a shot at the Mariners fans. It's not a shot at Dodgers fans for Kike Hernandez. It's whatever they believe in their heart, and that's okay.
Yeah, and I got to say this. Like, if you win the World Series for the Los Angeles Dodgers, for example, we did the last couple of years, you're going to be a pretty big deal in LA, right? But probably in Venezuela, people will forget about that. And they sometimes they wouldn't care that much about like you winning in the World Series where you're working so far away from home. But when you put this uniform on, it's like you're going to be all those guys on the field today. They're going to be legends in Venezuela forever. They're going to be remembered where they grew up. like they gonna receive a special treatment for life at the place that you kind of started like living life. And that's way more special than just being in just one city or winning multiple championships for different cities in states. When, yeah, you have really like your feelings are really tied to that community. And for me, especially Los Angeles is gonna be kind of home away from home just because I accomplished so much there already. And I feel like I'm gonna continue to grow my life, and my family is gonna be attached to LA forever. But it will never be the same if I'm a legend in Venezuela for one reason or another.
Miguel Rojas, you have been the best so far. I've got two other things I want to hit on very quickly, and then we'll go. Future of the World Baseball Classic. There are a lot of people, and I'm toying with it as well because I'm not sure. There's not a perfect time to play this tournament. Can't do it after the season. Guys they're checked out. Long season. This feels like the best time because guys are gearing up. They're all together. Some have said the All-Star break. Let's have it for 10 days, 2 weeks, whatever. Maybe we split the tournament. We have pool play in the spring training. Then we play the quarterfinals, the semis, and the final all during the All-Star break and expand the All-Star break a little bit. Would you be good with that?
No, I think the timing of it is right now. It's gotta be in spring training. You don't wanna give the guys in the middle of the year a 2-week break every 3 years because that is not what we used to. It's gotta be on this time. I think everybody can get ready in the off season a little bit better to start playing games. There's a lot of ways for us to get live VPs and get on the field and play a little bit of a scrimmage game for the next one. But one thing that I have to add that I feel WBC will be so much better with. So we play this tournament every 3 years, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking if we play this tournament in one specific place in the world every single year, right? So let's talk about United States hosted this year, right? So it's gonna be Miami, Houston, and let's say somewhere else, whatever they want to put it in, Atlanta or whatever is hot for us to play, Arizona, let's say. Next time the WBC comes around is in Asia. So they play. All the teams go to Japan, all the teams go to Korea and play pool play over there, quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals. I know that the next time they go to Latin America, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and hopefully Venezuela when Venezuela get the opportunity to host. I think we have the field, we have the everything that you see how those 2 games in Dominican Republic went. You see the atmosphere in Puerto Rico. So you have 3 places where you can do it and go in a rotation every 3 years. You go to a different place in the world. So I feel like those teams that play in Asia, the first round, the pool play, and they have to fly all the way to Miami for 18 hours. It sucks for them, and they have to just fly all the time, play a game after you haven't played in 5-6 days. It's not fair for them, So wow. I feel like that's something that I would like to see from the WBC perspective, and I don't think anybody will be mad then you have to go to Latin America, either Japan, Korea, or whatever they play over there, and another time we do it in United States.
So do you think Aaron Judge would hop on a plane for 2.5 weeks and head to Japan?
I think if we did it last year and the whole Dodger team did it last year for a full week of baseball, and it was amazing. I mean, you're not going to do it every year. You're going to do it every 3 years. And right. That's probably going to be your only time that you're going to do it, because the next time is going to be in Latin America that is not too far from Miami and Florida. And the other time is going to be in the United States. So you're not really going to do it every 3 years. You're going to do it like every 9 years. So by the time you got to do it again, you're probably not playing anymore.
I get that. The only thing is, I think the TV's the problem when you put it in.
I get it.
In Japan or South Korea. Then you lose the entire United States, basically. from
Correct.
So that's the only hard part. I think if we could figure out the logistics, I love where your head's at because I think that the atmospheres are amazing. Like, I want to get to the Tokyo Dome. I want to get to the Dominican Republic. I want to get to Puerto Rico as a baseball fan and experience all that. So that's really, really good.
Yeah, if you're doing this to grow the game,
you're right.
That's the right answer. If you're doing it for money and you're doing it for TV money and viewers, there you go. That's the answer.
Well. But you are a huge part of what we have done here at John Boy Media, and people love hearing your perspective on life, the game, and hear it all just intertwined, because this was a big moment for you and for Venezuela. So thank you so much for hanging out with us over the last 35, 40 minutes. This has been
it's my pleasure, Chris. And I mean, you guys know I'm gonna be a part of these episodes, and I mean, anything related to you and John Boy Media, I'm always gonna be supportive. And this was really special to me and to the whole people in Venezuela. I'm glad that you gave me the opportunity to use you guys' platform again to explain the whole baseball world on this side, how much it means to every player that they were crying on the field and the reason why they're crying. And for the whole world, I just think like everybody who born in Venezuela is really proud today to be born in Venezuela, and it's because of baseball. I'm super happy, and I can't wait to go celebrate with those guys and give them one by one a big hug when I see them during the season.
最後までご覧いただきありがとうございました。今回の動画についてどういう感想を持たれましたか？ぜひコメント欄で意見や感想をお聞かせください。チャンネル登録やグッドボタンを押していただけると励みになります。それでは次回の動画でお会いしましょう。